And you see that Phil Gallagher is currently in game number 3 against Rudy, and Rudy's casting a Brainstorm. So let's update you on the battlefield, shall we? Rudy going to draw 3 cards, 2 and 3. Among them, Snapcaster Mage and a Brainstorm. He's going to have to put 2 back. Now you see Rudy's lands, 2 islands, a plains, 2 tundras, and a volcanic island for Phil Gallagher. He's got a Mirran Crusader and Umezawa's Jite, 3 plains, 2 ports, and a Vial on 1. Phil's going to activate that Vial on 1, and it's just a bluff. Now, Vial goes up to 2. These players having some fun, as Phil will draw. Two mana here. This will be a Chalice. That's an attempt at a Chalice on 1. Rudy's got a Snapcaster Mage in response. Swords Plowshare is going to take care of the Mirran Crusader. So, Snapcaster Mage looking quite good, as it oftentimes does.
Briksza was going to do that anyway, but hand gets forced in response to the Chalice for 1.
Looks like the Brainstorm gets forced here now, 2 to be played because of the Chalice for 1. Rudy going to put 2 cards back, and that will be placed in the graveyard. Chalice for 1 is going to resolve. Now it'll be a Sword of Fire and Ice, but it looks like Phil Gallagher just doesn't have a threat. Gallagher's going to fall down to 25 from that attack from the Snapcaster Mage. See what comes next here for Rudy Briksza, who does have, it looks like a Disenchant and a Vendilion Click in hand. Draw step here. Perhaps we see a Vendilion Click, but we won't. We're actually going to see Wasteland be activated here. Going to go after the Volcanic Island, and now it'll be a Disenchant on the Chalice. So that's taken care of.
So Rudy's position here, he's a little bit ahead. He's got the Snapcaster Mage, and he has the Vendilion Click in hand. But because Gallagher has those 2 pieces of equipment, any threat that Gallagher draws and is able to keep it on the battlefield, that's going to swing the tide very quickly back in his direction.
Here's V-Click. Response. It looks like he wants to target himself, does Rudy. This is important with Vendilion Click always, to make sure that you let the spell resolve, then you let the ability resolve, because it can target either player.
Right. This is an introduction to a lot of things about the stack and timing and response window. And this is meaningful in this spot because Rudy goes, I'm going to cast Vendilion Click. If Gallagher responds with activating the Aether Vial in response to casting Vendilion Click, now Rudy, where before he may have targeted Gallagher, may now want to target himself because Gallagher is empty-handed.
Yeah.
So you have to wait for the click to resolve, then they announce who they're targeting, then whatever you want to do, you do.
So here's your Vial activation. Let's see what this is going to be. It's going to be a Thalia. Yeah, it's probably worth just suiting up now.
And this is what I talked about before. And now we're way back in things being in Gallagher's favor. If Briksza cannot find a removal spell, the equipment's going to totally dwarf Briska's smaller creatures on the battlefield.
Here's a Ponder that's going to cost 2 mana. Terminus among the cards that Rudy has found here. But I'm with you, partner. Right now, Rudy's got to have an answer for every creature that is played now.
Yeah. Not easy to do.
Going to sacrifice Polluted Delta. I think we might see Rudy ponder again, so he's going to search up a land. It looks like it's going to be a basic island, perhaps. And it will be a basic island. Now the follow-up is another ponder. And good thing Rudy had that Disenchant for the old Chalice of the Void. Otherwise, this could have been a real tough game for him.
Yeah, and he needs a whole lot of Disenchants.
Yeah. 3 cards here. Counterspell among them. Shuffle. Yep, he's on the hunt for a Source of Plowshares. Needs one right now, or he is in a world of trouble.
Yeah. And he's even, I think he even passed through something like Terminus, and I think that's an acknowledgement of, it's not good enough for me to Terminus next turn. If I get hit with this Thalia with all this equipment, that's going to be too much to overcome.
There's an attack on Vendilion Click. 3 in the air. Didn't get a great look at what Rudy drew there, but if it's not a Source of Plowshares, that means that this Sword of Fire and Ice is going to connect. Same with his Umezawa's Jite, as looks like Phil Gallagher is going to draw a card. He wants to do a little bit of porting to make sure that he's clear for takeoff. Now he'll come in here. This will be an attack for 2, 3, 4 points of first strike damage. There'll be a sword trigger. There'll be a Jite trigger. And he says that sword damage is going to go to you. I don't care about killing your threats because the Jite counters can take care of that. And he'll draw a card, of course, from the Sword of Fire and Ice as well. Powerful equipment. One of the best limited cards in that format, that's for sure. Maybe the best one back in old Darksteel.
That's a good... I played so much of that draft format.
Same.
Was that the best rare? Might have been the best artifact for her. I'm not sure it was better than something like Molder Slug, for example.
Yeah. Mirror Crusader going to come down now. Be a good time for a Terminus. Doesn't have one, though.
Yeah, Gallagher in a bit of a squeeze here. You know, if you don't play the Mirror Crusader, then Rudy is drawing to Source of Plowshares.
The bluffing, activating the vial, something that Phillip Gallagher apparently does quite a bit of, as he's going to move the vial up to 3. Something I actually kind of think more players should do more of.
Right. Doesn't cost you anything, and sometimes you do get responses, you know? You might have gotten a click out of Rudy there, for example.
Going to move the sword over to the Mirror Crusader, and that is going to do it. Phillip Gallagher is going to win this match here over Rudy Briksza, 2 games to 1. Death and Taxes is going to take care of Miracles. Many think that Death and Taxes would be